President William Ruto has urged African leaders to take urgent action to save the lives of mothers and newborns. Speaking at a high-level AU side event on maternal mortality, Ruto said losing women during childbirth is unacceptable. He emphasized that protecting mothers and children is a responsibility that cannot be compromised. The President outlined Kenya's reforms to improve health service delivery, including restructuring health financing and expanding access to maternal care through the new Social Health Authority.
Through the new Social Health Authority, we are expanding prepaid access to maternal care. So far, we have facilitated direct coverage for 50,000 vulnerable adolescent mothers, guaranteeing antenatal, safe delivery, and postnatal services. We are onboarding a further 38,000 mothers to ensure that cost is never a reason a young mother is denied safe childbirth.
More women are enrolling in mechanical and engineering courses at Kericho National Polytechnic. In past years, no female students joined this program, but sensitization has changed perceptions. 𝐄𝐚𝐬𝐭𝐥𝐞𝐢𝐠𝐡 studying welding and fabrication believes the skills will allow them to be self-employed and benefit from gender balance in the job market. Registrar Geoffrey Bett confirmed female enrollment is rising and urged more to join and acquire skills like their male counterparts.
Tumia Kenya hakuna dikasi ya wasichana ama nini. Alafu wanaume ni wengi sana. Sasa kupata kazi sababu wewe ni msichana inategemea gender, unaweza pata kazi kwa urahisi.
And calls to support Mau Mau war veterans dominated the burial of General Kiambati in Nyandarua County. Governor Kiare Badilisha and former Governor Francis Kimemia said many freedom fighters continue to live in hardship decades after independence. Badilisha promised his administration will improve access to healthcare and push for land settlement to restore dignity to the aging heroes. Kimemia warned history will judge harshly a nation that fails to honor its liberators, urging a national framework to document and compensate veterans.
Governors wetu tuitengeneza a special NHIF card for all the Mau Mau people in this country. Na hawa wazee popote wakienda wanatumia hiyo kadi ambayo tuliwapatia. So even within SHA, hata tukiuliza rais wetu pia, wale ambao wamebaki wazee wa Mau Mau wapewe special card for comprehensive insurance scheme, waweze kutibiwa akiwa mgonjwa.
The national government has been praised for creating a favorable investment climate through special economic zones. Indian ambassador to Kenya, Dr. Adarshi Swaika, said over 200 Indian companies are already operating in the country, with more expected to invest. He toured the Taifa Gas project in Kwale and Revital Healthcare in Kilifi, which produces medical devices using machinery imported from India. Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe says Kenya's youthful population is a powerful asset, not a liability. Speaking at the International Fund for Agricultural Development IFAD Governing Council in Rome, Kagwe proposed 6-month agricultural internship exchange programs with nations facing aging population. He said Kenyan students will gain skills in mechanism, climate-smart farming, and agribusiness abroad before returning home to drive commercialization. Kagwe noted some interns could also be absorbed into foreign labor markets. The UK delegation welcomed the idea, citing workforce shortages. Kenya is transforming agriculture into a modern market-driven sector powered by young agripreneurs, with government initiatives linking youth and land for productivity. And youth in Meru have been urged to take the lead in shaping the country's future. Speaking in Meru town during the swearing-in of the Meru County Youth Assembly, Deputy Governor Linda Kiome said young people must be at the forefront of leadership and development. She encouraged them to use public participation forums to air their views.
Youth Assembly.
And in sports, Kenya's female boxer Consolata Musangi is set to represent the country at the Commonwealth Professional Boxing Match in London on February 15, 2026. Musangi, who began her career in 2009, competes in the super bantamweight division and has fought 25 professional bouts, recording 13 wins, 4 losses, 4 draws, and 4 knockouts. Her coach, Julius Odhiambo, says her discipline and mental strength will be key in the fight. Musangi expressed confidence as she prepares to step into the ring carrying the hopes of the nation.
Ni title fight, nimejiandaa kabisa na niko na imani nitatopoa yote 10 round itaisha. Ike mnaenda London, opponent simujui, kama yeye ananijua sijui, lakini mimi simujui, lakini niko na imani nitamaliza 10 round.
And that's it from the Eastleigh Voice News Desk. I'm Zainab Said.